through this poem. Today we are going to study the poem No Men Are Foreign. See the other lesson, My Childhood. I think the notes have been sent to you. Get the notes ready by the time when the next date will be given to you. Your notes up to the time lesson should be sent. Now the notes had come over, but all the notes are incomplete, and the remarks also have been sent along with that. So try to complete. Try no, it should be completed the next time when your book is being asked. Understood? So both supplementary as well as your note reader. All the lessons up to where your episodes are over, up to there where your notes had come, the notes has to be completed. Again, don't make the teachers write incomplete in your notebook. Clear to you, all of you? So today we are coming to the next poem, No Men Are Foreign. So here the poet is saying that all are our brothers and sisters. Understood? All men are our brothers and sisters. Because people themselves are making the division, and when compared that, when there is no division among us, we are all together. So people of different states, different countries, everywhere we can see the people of different languages, different dress and their traditional beliefs. So these all varies from one state to the other. Still, the poet is saying that though they are varying from one state to the other in their dresses or in their traditions, there is no barriers. Barriers are being built by whom only? By human beings only. They themselves are making the barriers. Barriers means the divisions. They themselves are making the divisions, and we all are one in this world. Understood? So, no foreigners, no natives. Everyone are one. Understood? This is what the lesson we are going to study from this poem, No Men Are Foreign. James Hero is the poet. No men are foreign. Foreign means foreigner. Who is a foreigner? The one who belongs to another country, isn't it? Other than from the ours is Kerala. So when other India, when people coming from other part of India, we call them as foreigners, isn't it? So here saying no men are foreign. That means nobody is a foreigner. Nobody is a stranger. All are one. Understood? Have you ever thought of some people as strange or other countries as foreign? So in our mind, from generation, from our past history, if we look from our mind, what is there? People had, our ancestors had built a barrier and given us, and we are following, isn't it? We are following. That means the people who are not along with us, we consider them as they are somebody strange, somebody others who had no relation with us, isn't it? So as a whole in this universe, everybody is having that fact in their mind. That means it is being brought up in their early childhood itself. That means from generation it is passed to the next generation as if the life is going on. It is also going on from one person to the other, saying that somebody who is not along with you, who is not born with you, is a foreigner or a stranger. Understood? We have many ways of thinking other people as different from us and them. That means we are having the reason why we are saying they are strange to us. Why? Why we are saying that they are somebody strange to us or somebody foreigner? He belongs to another state or another country. Why we are saying that? Because if we look their lifestyle, their dresses and their traditional beliefs, all will be different from what we are thinking, isn't it? So when we accept that they are not along with us in our beliefs or in our dresses or in our customs, then naturally we will say that he is a strange person. He belongs to some other state, isn't it? That is the difference what we are finding in people who are along with us, isn't it? Even though they are human beings, we we are dividing them in the manners of their lifestyle or in their dress or in their traditional beliefs. Here they means those people who are not along with us. They may belong to a different country. Of course, they may some. You think about yourself, your family members. Are they all living together with you? No. Your uncle or aunt may be somewhere in America or in London or some other Europe or in any other state, isn't it? But still, because they are connected to your family, you are not considering them as a foreigner, isn't it? Though they are in a foreign land, you are not considering them as a foreigner. Why? What is the reason behind it? Because they have some relation with you, isn't it? But you think of another person. Think about your neighbor. One member of that neighborhood has gone to some other state and he is living over there and he is coming. You call them as to a foreigner, isn't it? Because he belongs to another land. So that is the difference what we all have studied from our past history. They may belong to a different country, of course, because they are not along living with us. They are strange, something odd is there. Or speak a different language, not the language what you are speaking. So because of this, because they are they are coming from another country, their lifestyle, their dress, their customs and their language is far different from what you are following. So we consider them as a strange person and give the name, what the name? Foreigner. Understood now? So now got the idea? In this poem, however, the poet reminds us of the many ways in which we all are the same, for we are all human. So through this poem, the poet is saying, though there are differences among us, still there are many things which cannot be differentiated. So, what are we? We are human. We are human beings. Understood now? Now look to the poem. Remember, no man are strange, no country is foreign. Beneath all uniform, a single body breath. Like ours, the land our brothers walk upon is like this in which we all shall live. So can we say in America the land is different? Of course, in the variations there are little variations, but can you say there is earth is similar to what we see here, or the sky is different? Can you say instead of blue sky, can you say orange color or red color is in only that color can be seen in America? No, we cannot, isn't it? The earth, the sky, the sun, the moon, all are same in every part, isn't it? Or many sun, moon, planets are there? No, only one, and it is seen all over the world. Wherever you are, you can see the same only. You will see the same only. So the poet is making the human beings remember that no men are strange, no countries foreign. Beneath all uniforms, when it means under, below. So under all, if you wear any colors of uniform, inside there is a body similar to everyone, which has the same breathing. Only what is different? The outer dress, what you are wearing is only different. Inside, the soul body is there. That body can you differentiate? Can you say it is something different from me? No, we cannot differentiate. And it is the body, how you are breathing, the same is doing on the other also. So can you say there is a difference? There is no difference inside that dress. Inside that dress, the soul body is the same. Breathing is the same. That is why saying no men are foreign. A single body breathes. So whatever the dresses you wear or whatever you believe, still the body what is there in you and me is the same. We breathe the same. We are breathing the same air, isn't it? The body parts what I am having, you also having. Only the outer covering is different. Clear to you? Like ours, that means like me only, you also. The land of brothers walk upon. So wherever you are, wherever you walk, there also the same earth where I am walking, where I am putting my foot. There, so wherever you are also putting on the same earth itself. Can we divide it? We cannot divide it. Is earth like this in which we all shall like that. So saying that the earth where I put my feet and I stand and breathe, the same earth where you stand and breathe is the same. Then how can we be the foreigner or the stranger? That is what the point is asking. Clear to you now? And remember, no man are strange, no country is foreign. Beneath all uniforms. So whatever different uniforms, different colors of dresses you put, inside, under it, there is only one single body. And that body breathes the same, isn't it? Like us, the same. How I breathe, you also breathe the same. The land our brothers walk upon is earth like this. That means earth where I am standing is the same earth where you also standing. It is not being divided. We cannot say the earth where you are living is different from where I am. Can we say? No, it is stretched out from one end to the other end. As the whole world is mixed up. Clear to you? So 4 lines over. The next answer. They too aware of sun and air and water. Aware means they too know about. Aware. Sun and air and water, and fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winter starved. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read a labor not different from our own. So again the poet is saying, how I am seeing the sun or the air what I breathe and the water are the same. Can you differentiate in another country? Are fed by peaceful harvest, and we all are doing, or we all are cultivating, or we are working with our own hands. Are they not the same? How you also doing the work? There also you are using your hands for doing the work, isn't it? So can we say here we are using hand for doing the work and there the leg? No. Wherever the human beings are, they are working with their hands. Then how can we differentiate human beings? That is what the poet is asking. They are considered to those people who are not living along with us, those living in the other part. Aware of sun, air and water. They also know about what sun, air and water. Are fed by peaceful harvest. They also being fed up by doing their harvest by cultivation, crops. By war's long winter starvation, even when the war is broken out, people will starve for food, shelter and clothing, isn't it? They also do. So if war is in our place, we are under starvation. If war is in the other country, there also people are under starvation, isn't it? Are they enjoying in one part and starvation on the other side? No, equally they are doing. Their hands are ours. How we are using our hands, they also having their own hands. And the lines we read, a labor not different from our own, and whoever is the one doing the work is the same what we can see in any other part of the world also. So there also we cannot find any stranger or any foreigner, because he also can understand, he also can see the same sun, he is breathing the same air and the water, he also needs water. And if he is not having all these or the cultivation crops, what he will do? He will starve. So that starvation is similar to us also if we are also not harvesting, isn't it? We are using our hands for doing our work, and we are the laborers. There also they are doing the work with their own hands, and the laborers here and there are equal. Clear? They too aware of sun and air and water are fed by peaceful harvest. But what? So when doing the harvest it is peaceful, but when think about the other thing, when war is broken out, it leads to starvation. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read. Lines means astrology, in everybody's hands. Lines are the palm, in your palm. Lines are there, isn't it? They are read the same as the same will be in everyone, each and everyone's hand, isn't it? The lines can be seen in everybody's hand. Labor not different from our own. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep and strengthen that can be won. By love in every land, a common life that all can recognize and understand. So everybody can make it clear that there is a life equal to how the life I am leading. Remember, so first they have asked, the poet have asked that everyone seeing the same sun, air and water, and everyone is having the same lines on their palm, and they are being understood each other as laborers. Now coming to the next one, the poet is saying, how you are using your eyes for what? Waking up and sleeping, the same they are also using. They also have eyes like us that wake or sleep. When we are not sleeping, it is awake, and when we are sleeping, it is closed. So they are also doing the same. And strength that can be won, and the power. Strength means here means the power. And the power, how much power? To win over. We should have that strength. By, not by doing war or fighting, but it should be love. It should be by love. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. So everybody can understand and see that through love we all can be one. We all can join together. The only thing is we have to love each other. Yes. So that power should be there in us. Which power? To love each other. Let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispossess, betray, condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other. So we ourselves is taking arms, taking weapons to kill our brothers, isn't it? It is not any other people coming over us. If a war is there, if two countries are against, in both countries, who are the people over? The human beings only, isn't it? From one side animals and one side human beings? No, in both sides who are there? In both sides human beings are there. So we are taking the weapons, we are taking the arms to destroy whom? Our brothers, isn't it? So now let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispossess, better contempt, remember, who take arms against each other. So whenever we are asked to destroy the next country, that means what is the real fact over there, what is the truth over there? We themselves making our brothers hate us. We themselves destroying whom? Our brothers. We are not fighting with any animals. We are fighting with the human beings only, isn't it? So they are equal to us. They are our brothers. So when a war is broken out or when we are asked to fight each other, what are we doing? When the weapons are given to us and asked to kill those people living in the other country, that means we are killing our own brothers. Is it that true or false? Yes, it is the truth, isn't it? Though they are not our own blood, still they are our brothers. They are our brothers living in some other part of the land, isn't it? Living in some other part of our land, part of our earth. But that means we are killing our own brothers and we are making them our enemy, isn't it? We are making ourselves what? Enemies. Instead of being friends, we ourselves making that enmity among us, among human beings. So let us remember, when we are told to hate our brothers, if when anybody is asking us to hate our brothers, or when a war is being broken out, or what is the real fact over there? It is ourselves. We ourselves are killing. We ourselves are killing, isn't it? Yes or no? Because one or two or the whole from the other side can be our brothers. There maybe our relatives also died out. Maybe our brothers also, their father, anybody of us. But they are all human beings. It is ourselves that we shall dispossess, betray and condemn. Condemn means we are to blame. We ourselves has to blame for doing the destruction. Yes. Because we ourselves is killing our brother. Whom are we killing? We are killing our brothers in one way or the other. Making enmity among each other. We who take arms against each other. Arms against each other, weapons. We are going for fighting. We ourselves is taking our arms, isn't it? Nobody is asking us. So when we are asked to kill our next person, that means whom are we killing? We are killing one among us only, isn't it? It is a human earth that we defy. Our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocent. Of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no country staying. So finally the poet is saying, it is a human earth that we defile. Defile means make it more dirty, isn't it? Defile, make dirty. So we ourselves is making our earth dirty, isn't it? By killing each other, hating each other, doing all kinds of destruction. That means we ourselves making the earth dirty, or hells of fire, or fire is being caused. Whenever war is broken out, fire is being caused, and dust outrage the innocent, and everywhere it is full of dirt. It is full of dirt. That means insulting the innocent. Of air, that is everywhere our own. So here also the whole atmosphere filled with the breathing air. So the air cannot be separated. How we are breathing. That dust which has been covered the whole area where the war has been broken out, or where the struggle had started, or where the fight had started, where the enmity had started. The whole air is being filled with the dirt. That dirt is being spread from one part to the other. The whole world is being covered with. Then we all are breathing the same air. Yes or no? Yes, we all are breathing the same our earth good enough, because that love had changed to hatred and we had killed our own brothers, isn't it? So instead of that being hated, showing hatred towards our brother, what is the thing we have to do? We have to give them the love, to say that we are all one. We are all one. Wherever you are, whatever you eat, whatever you dress up, or whatever you believe, still we are all one. Because the earth cannot be changed, or the air what we breathe cannot be changed. You have hands, I too have hands. I work it and you also work with it. I see each and everything with my eyes. You also have the same eyes for sight, isn't it? So we cannot differentiate anything. So inside whatever the dress you wear up, whatever the beliefs you have, still inside your soul, the body has the same soul and the same breathing. It cannot be changed, isn't it? So that body is same to everyone wherever you are. That is why the poet is saying, no men are foreign, or no country is strange. Understood? All are clear to you? Understood the poem? Remember, no men are strange, no country is foreign. Beneath all uniform, a single body breathe. Like ours, the land our brothers walk upon is earth like this in which we shall live. They, too aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winter stop. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read a labor not different from our own. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep, and strengthen that can be won by love. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. Let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispossess, betray, condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other, it is a human earth that we divide. Our hells of fire and dust outweighs the innocent. Our air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no country strange. Now understood how is that the poet is saying that wherever you are, or whatever uniform you are wearing, whatever dresses you are wearing, or whatever work you are doing, inside that coverage there is a body equal to each and everyone in any part of the world. And the earth where you are living, the same earth is where your brother also living. He is doing the work with the hands how you are doing. He is seeing the sight with his eyes how you are seeing. And at the same time the lines on your palm. Recognize and understand the same how you are being understood. Isn't it? And then again coming and saying, the poet is saying that the sun, air and water, used how you are being used, the same is being used in any part of the world, isn't it? It cannot be separated there, but at the same time, when a fight is there, when you take arms in your hands, you are killing among yourself and building a hatred among yourself, and it is of nobody, isn't it? That means it is a great insult against the innocents. That means those people who are not doing any wrong also has to starve, has to suffer. So those starvation or those sufferings, how they are, it is not only given to them, the whole part of the world is being suffering, isn't it? They will have to suffer the same from one end to the other. before taking arms, you have to think yourself whether you have to take arms or not. When you take arms, you are killing among yourself, isn't it? And the whole air will be impure, will be full of dust. That dust, how they breathe, it is not for left for them alone. It is left for everywhere, any part of the world that impure air can be spreaded, and you also has to breathe the same. So now we can see that corona, the great virus, has started in China, but now it is all over the world, isn't it? That is a great example to show that no country or no man is strange, isn't it? Because how much suffering we are doing, the same suffering we can see to any part of the world where this great epidemic had started, isn't it? That is why the poet is saying, you yourself is killing yourself. So remember that there are no countries strange and no people are foreigners. Clear to you? Just I'll read the poem. Remember, no men are strange, no country is foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. Like ours, the land our brothers walk upon is earth like this in which we all shall live. They too, aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvest, by vast long winter star. Their hand are ours, and in their lines we read, a labor not different from our own. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake and sleep, and strength that can be won by love. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. So if we love, the main thing is we have to love each other instead of hatred. What we have to build up? Love, isn't it? We have to build up love, so that we will not see that there are any difference. We feel that everyone is common, everyone are having the same life. Like when we forget about love, only we think that there are difference among us, isn't it? Let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispossess, betray, condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other. So when we are asked to hate our brothers, we are hating ourselves, isn't it? We are killing ourselves. It is the human earth that we defy, or hell of fire and dust of taste in the sun. Of air that is everywhere, our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no country is strange. Now the first question. Beneath all uniforms, under all uniform. What uniform do you think poet is speaking about? What is the uniform the poet is thinking? Whatever the beliefs the people have, or the uniforms, different colors. Every color there is a single body. Under every color there is a single body. That is a true fact. There is a single body breathes. So whatever dress you wear, but inside what is there? One single, only a single body which is breathing, isn't it? It can be seen inside every dress, every kind or different. Understood? That cannot be changed. How does the poet suggest that all people on earth are the same? How is that? Saying that all people are same means how you are using your eyes for sleeping and waking, how you are using your hand for doing your work, and how you feel the air, sun and the water. So these all aspects, how much you feel, the same the others also feel it. That is the comparison. In stanza 1, find 5 ways in which we all are alike. So first one, in first stanza, how saying single body breathing, then the land our brothers walk upon, the earth and where we are lying, where we are living. So the earth cannot be changed. It cannot be taken into parts. It cannot be made into pieces. Can we make it into pieces? So when are we making into pieces? When we are hating each other, when we are hating each other, if the love is there is no need of making the earth into small pieces or bridging the barriers, isn't it? So there is no difference is there. All are lying on the same earth. How many common features can we find in stanza 2? In stanza 2, common sun, air, water, then peaceful harvest, and when the war is broken out, the starvation. How much the people starve over? Not only the people who are engaged in that, those people who are not engaged also has to suffer a lot. That suffering will go from one end to the other. So everybody is suffering for the same reason. All are suffering for the same reason. Whenever we are told to hate our brothers, when do you think this happens? That means when we are asked to take the arms, when we are asked to take the weapons in our hand, then that means we are forgetting about the love. What is filled up in our mind? The hatred, isn't it? Should we do as we are told that we should not do it? That means it is a great insult we are doing against those innocent people, isn't it? Because many people are there who are not aware of anything, but they are still suffering. So those are the people who are innocent people. Without doing the wrong, they are suffering, isn't it? And those people are the majority ones who are starving, isn't it? So that should not come over there. So this is what the poet is saying through the poem No Manna for You. That means whenever we are told to hate our brothers, when do you think it's happened? All human beings in the world are one brother. So we have to accept the truth that all human beings So this is what the poet is saying through this poem. This is what the message the poet is saying. What is the message? All human beings in this world are our brothers and sisters. We should love them all. They are our own. So when that word, what is there? We should love them. Isn't it? So when this is not there, when love is not there, what we are doing? What comes when the love is not there? Hatred. Hatred appears as a result of hatred. What can cause? A great war can break out, isn't it? So what is the result of such war? Destruction only, isn't it? Loss only. Are anybody gaining over it? Nobody is gaining over it. Only loss. So if that takes part in one path, that is sufficient for the whole loss of the world, isn't it? It will be spread from one area to the other. So that is what the poet is saying. What we have to build up in ourselves? Love. Instead of hatred, we have to build in ourselves love, so that we can think all human beings are equal. Understood? Okay, now we come to the end. I hope you have understood the poem. So the notes will be sent to you. Thank you.